Welcome back to Wellness Wednesday. So with the beginning of a new year is a great opportunity to kind of reevaluate your goals and think about the future. One way of doing that is through vision boards. Today we are with Megan from Inspiring Inner Growth, who actually puts on vision board workshops. Megan, can you tell us a little bit about Inspiring Inner Growth?
The studio of Inspiring Inner Growth is all about doing just that, inspiring inner growth. And the hope is to inspire inner growth on the mat and off the mat. And one of the ways that we do that is holding workshops, like vision boarding workshops, that help clients define where they're headed in life.
Are those something where, do you have a limited amount of people that can come to them? Is it open to anyone? How do you kind of go, give me the background of a vision board workshop.
Yeah, so great question. And I like really intimate settings where people can feel that quiet, they can decompress, they can kind of see what comes to them rather than feeling the energy of everybody around them. So max is about 20. You can do a vision board all by yourself. You can do a vision board with your kids, your spouse, your best friends. A couple can come together and make a vision board for what they see their relationship being or becoming, whether it's 6 months, 1 year, 5 years down the road. But I've also had the honor of doing vision boards for association. And
Interesting.
So board work, in the corporate world, we call that strategic planning. But in the creative world, in a space of inspiring inner growth, why not inspire inner growth amongst board members and ensuring that everybody is on the same path with the same roadmap?
Tell me what you would have set up for one of your vision board workshops.
Okay, so we start every vision board workshop first recalculating our energy. So everyone starts with a little breath centering, maybe a little meditation. I just kind of feel out what's happening. But then when we get down to like the basic stuff, it's kind of like being in kindergarten again.
That sounds fun.
Scissors, a glue stick, and a pen. And then, of course, our frames. And I have 3 different sizes of frames here. And remember, I started my vision boards on the poster board. So you can go really big as you want to go, or pick your size. And so the bigger you go doesn't mean that you have to fill it with pictures and words. It could just mean that you have a lot of space for growth, that you just don't know what's coming for the year ahead.
And does it have to be something specific, such as like,
No.
do I want to only focus on fitness, or could it be job, fitness, family, all on one board?
Yeah, all on one board. I mean, we're inclusive, right?
Yeah.
We are all encompassing. When we walk into work, we're still moms for us, and we still have a love for fitness and still have a love for inspiring
So
people,
true.
right? And that's what makes us us. And so when people are working on their vision boards, this is you. Right? This is you. This is me. This is where we're headed. Now, truth be told, I do have one for inspiring inner growth, right? So when I was kind of cultivating this idea of what would the pillars of my company be, I created a vision board. And it's there. It's really small. It's like this big. But I can go back to it, and it helps keep me on track, right, of what I'm doing in the studio. But as far as a yearly vision board, I say put it all there, because we're all inclusive humans.
And you mentioned that, so coming back to it, how often do you think that people should revisit their vision board? Should you just create one for the year, or should you create multiple throughout the year?
I say one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one.
And leave it at your nightstand.
Okay, so that was my next question
Yes.
is, where do you think that I should be able to have it? So I'll be honest, mine
Where's
wasn't on my
yours?
nightstand. Mine was actually behind my faucet handles in my bathroom, so that every day I would see it. So I think it kind of works for, whatever works for you, right?
And wherever you're going to see it every day. So if you would avoid your nightstand every day, don't put it by your nightstand, because that's the purpose, right?
Yeah.
Is just like when you're traveling, you want to look at the map often to know that you're headed in that direction. And I would encourage you to look at it on the days that are really messy, because that's when we need a little bit of direction, right? That's when we need to be recalculated a little bit more. So some days you might look at it and say, what, did I really have that on my vision board? Is that really happening right now? But it'll all unfold as it should.
So Megan, if someone hasn't created a vision board before and all of these materials are in front of them, it could be overwhelming. So what if they're just stuck from the beginning and they're like, I don't even know? Is it that you should see a word that comes to you, or what do you suggest?
Exactly, Jill. That is exactly how this works. So, just like when we're planning a trip, we really want to get to that destination, but there's so much between where we're at and where we think we want to go, right? And so part of vision boarding is allowing that space to be. And so just pick up a magazine and start flitting through the pages and see what surfaces.
So kind of what speaks to you.
What speaks to you?
Okay.
Yeah. Or what words pop that you continuously see.
Have you had any personal experiences where you've had something on your vision board and it's come to fruition, or know of somebody that's been in a workshop that has had that happen for them?
Yes. The best story that I have, and I do the reflection on my vision board, so I'm kind of watching it happen and watching it unfold. But in 2018, I made my vision board and I put a piece of salmon on my vision board. My intention when I put the salmon, it was this beautiful fillet of salmon, was that I intended to eat more salmon that year. That was it. Super simple. That year, I met my partner, who happens to be a fisherman who fishes for salmon.
Oh my goodness.
Fast forward, and we now go fishing in Alaska for our salmon and bring it home. So I got my fill of salmon plus some.
Little did you know you'd be meeting
Right, little
the
did I
man
know.
who fishes for salmon.
Yes.
Yeah, the power of vision boarding is it's pretty phenomenal. I'd actually like to have you talk about all that Inspiring Inner Growth does offer.
So we have three main pillars, coaching, speaking, and yoga. And within those pillars, there are all sorts of goodness. So sound baths to meditation, breath work. We have a weekly yoga program that we offer yoga almost every day of the week. From retreats to yoga, breath work, one-on-one coaching, speaking, vision board workshops that are not only good for you personally, but also professionally. That's what we do at Inspiring Inner Growth.
Well, we appreciate you having you in the community and all that you do for others. If you're looking for more information about Megan and Inspiring Inner Growth, or about vision boards, vision board workshops, please head over to 9in10news.com.